Excuse me, I was so thirsty. There was no way I was getting through this video without a drink. Not the healthiest drink. I mean, it's no glass of water, but oh, I love a Pepsi Max. Okay, hi, welcome back to my channel, everybody. So I mentioned doing this video in my latest, was it a cleaning products haul? I think it was. And I talked about Unstoppables, and I said they have so many multi-uses and hacks that go with them, and would people like to see a video? People said yes. Here's a video. Now, if you're watching from the UK, which is where I'm filming from, you will call them LENOR Unstoppables, but if you're watching from the US or possibly other countries, I don't know, then you might call them DOWNY Unstoppables, but they're exactly the same product. So if you're unfamiliar with Unstoppables, basically they are, I'll show you, they are scent boosters that you put in your laundry, and they're tiny little balls like this, and they smell incredible. Like, they're highly scented. You put them in your washing and it makes your clothes smell incredible. But there's more uses to Unstoppables than just putting them in your clothes when you're washing, I mean. So I'm going to talk you through them, what you can do with these handy little, are they balls? Scented balls? They're not like balls, they're like little discs, but I'm going to talk you through what you can do with these. Okay, so my tip number one is if you have any funky smelling shoes. I think this is more for if you live with someone of the opposite sex. That's rude. I mean, women can have interesting smelling shoes as well, but for some reason men's shoes just smell so much worse. So there is something you can do about this, whether it's your own shoes, your partner's shoes. You can sprinkle some Unstoppables into your shoe, leave it overnight, then just sprinkle them out, and it completely freshens the inside of the shoe. So you know that just funky shoe smell that you can get after a while, it will just totally refresh that. Your other half doesn't even need to know about it, because you could just do it overnight and he'll never know. I think I've actually talked about this before, but not for a really long time, but I haven't stopped doing it. I do it all the time, which is to pour some Unstoppables into a little organza bag and hang them in your wardrobes. So this is such a quick and easy DIY wardrobe refresher, and obviously it's cheap too. I will link some organza bags in the description box because they can be quite hard to come across. I think I got these in Wilkinson literally years ago, and I just keep reusing them and reusing them, but they are quite easy to come across online, so I've linked some cheap ones for you. So you just pour a little scoopful into the organza bag, hang it into your, I mean, I'm in my wardrobe now, so hang it into your wardrobe areas. You could put it in your hallway where your coats hang. I mean, you could put it anywhere really, but it is particularly effective putting it in your drawers or your wardrobe. It really keeps your clothes with that freshly washed smell, and actually it makes the whole room smell incredible as well. I even put them in my son's wardrobe and his clothes always smell great. My next tip is to put a little capful of Unstoppables in your Hoover drum. I shouldn't say Hoover, like that's a brand name, isn't it? I always call my vacuum a Hoover, but it's not, it's a Dyson, so I'll just say vacuum because that's pretty generic, isn't it? So your vacuum will have a drum somewhere. I have a handheld Dyson, here it is, and it's super easy to pour the Unstoppables into the drum of the Dyson. That way, when I'm hoovering, the scent comes out of the vacuum, and when I'm cleaning it just smells incredible. It gets the scent onto the carpet. It smells really good. We have a dog, so sometimes when I'm hoovering, the smell that comes out of the drum can be a bit like doggish, which is not what you want really with a Hoover. So this completely gets rid of that. Just sprinkle a few in the drum and your Hoover smells super fresh. Okay, my last one, I just picked a few of the best ones. I did a bit of research and there were hundreds of ideas, but I wanted to whittle it down to the best ones and the ones that I thought people would use the most. So my last one is to use Unstoppables to make your own DIY fabric upholstery home refreshing spray. So basically you just put a capful of the Unstoppables in a little spray bottle. These spray bottles are super easy to come by. I will link them in the description box. I'll find a cheap one online and link that for you, but I think I got mine from like Home Bargains for about £1, really cheap. So put some Unstoppables in there, add some boiling water, shake it up, make sure they're all nice and melted, and you've got yourself a DIY fabric spray. So if you've had some clothes that maybe been hanging up for a while and you want them to have that freshly washed smell, you can just spritz yourself. You could spray it on your upholstery, so your sofas, cushions, bed sheets. I love a DIY fabric spray. I usually do mine with diluted liquid softener, so this is new to me to do it with the, you know, melted, diluted Unstoppables, but it smells incredible. It smells like everything has literally just come straight out of the washing machine. I mean, you could spray it over curtains, anything. It would just make any room that you use it in smell so, so good, not to mention your clothes as well. So there you go. There are my top Unstoppable hacks. Get your nearest shop that sells these. I mean, they sell them everywhere. If you haven't seen these before, you must have literally been living under a rock. They sell them in any cleaning detergent aisle, and they sometimes have really good sales where they can be like half price in Wilkinson's and Home Bargains and those sort of places. So go to your closest shop, get yourself some Unstoppables, and start living the dream. Beads, that's what they call them. I was calling them balls and then I called them discs. Beads, they're beads. Also, you can test the smell before you buy them. There's a little hole in the top and you can squeeze it, do a squeeze and sniff, just to see if you like the smell. That's my final tip for you. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed my Lenor tips video. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe before you go. Give me a little thumb up and I will see you guys in my next video.